Number 3, we've got almond. Almond. We have to, part A, identify the variables, so we look to the question, how many pounds of each type of nut should he use in the picture? So we have peanuts and cashews. How about if we use a C for our number of pounds of cashews, and our P is our number of pounds of peanuts. Part B, write an equation that counts the pounds. We have all of our cashews pounds plus all of our pounds of peanuts to equal a total of, Al wants to sell 35 pounds. That's one of our total numbers, so we want 35 pounds of this. Part C, the equation that does the value and the cost. Well, for every pound of cashews, it costs $3.25, so we have to pay $3.25 for every pound of cashews. Plus, we also have to pay for every pound of peanuts that $2.80. So $2.80 times RP is equal to, now this is where it gets a little bit tricky because they didn't give us a total money number. They gave us that $3.05. So Al wants to sell his mix for $3.05, and he wants to sell 35 pounds. So total, if he has 35 pounds and he's selling them for $3.05, we are going to go ahead and multiply those together to get that total amount of money that he wants to be making. And 35 times 305 is 106.75. All right, part D, solve the system and answer the question. When we have equations with decimals, a lot of times, most of the time, I think substitution, if one equation looks really nice, is a really good way to do this. So that C plus P equals 35. We can go ahead and solve for, how about our C? Subtract P from both sides, so C is equal to a negative P plus 35. Now that we know what C is, we can take this and substitute it into the equation we haven't used yet. And we're going to plug it in for the C value. And we're going to have 325 times a negative P plus 35. And then just keep writing the rest of the equation. Plus 280P equals 106.75. Let's do some distributing. We have a negative 325P, and then 325 times 35 is plus 113.75. And then the rest of the equation, plus 280P equals 106.75. And we're looking for any like terms. We have, our terms with the P, the negative 325P plus a 280P is a negative 0.45P plus 113.75 equals 106.75. And we're working on solving for P. So let's subtract 113.75 from both sides. So we have negative 0.45P is equal to negative 7. Divide both sides by that negative 0.45, and we're getting our P to be a number that maybe looks like we might have made a mistake. It's a 15.5 repeating, so we'll just go ahead and round that up. We'll say it's a 15.6. So we're buying 15.6 pounds of peanuts. Now to get our pounds of cashews, we'll just go back to, our equation. Cashews is equal to a negative 15.6 plus 35. And when we simplify that, we have 19.4 for the cashews. So Al needs to buy 15.6 pounds of peanuts and 19.4 pounds of cashews to put into his mix so he can make the profit he's looking for. So make sure you write it in a full sentence as your final answer.